And action.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. I'm Shell Shock here. This is another episode of Boldly Going Nowhere with my good friends.
Ren Andromeda.
And Captain Too Far. So, Shell, I noticed the last couple of weeks you've got an extra thing going on there.
An accoutrement.
What happened? How'd you end up in sickbay?
Again.
Again?
I mean,
That's a story for another day. How about tell us about this one?
so my sister told me about an Orion lovemaking boot camp. Right, and as your favorite unemployed novel girl, I feel like it's an important.
You have to diversify your skill
important
set.
facet
Add it to your resume.
of the services that I offer. That I'm what do they call that? Continuing education.
Okay.
So turns out that position 71 requires an extra pair of arms. So
Ouch.
that's all I want to say.
Ouch. Yeah.
That's all I want to say about that.
Sounds painful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, at least there's always workman's comp. Unionizing back in the day was.
I don't think you get that.
It was
you're
worth every.
unemployed.
It's worth every.
Workers' comp for someone else.
Aw.
Is this one of those? You should have seen the other guy.
You should have seen the other guy. Thanks for reminding me that I'm unemployed and uninsured.
Maybe if you get that job on Ryza.
Wow, after all. I only touched his lobes, I swear.
Okay.
So we are here today to talk about the more Star Trek Picard.
Part 2.
Part 2
Of season 1.
Part 2 of 1, yeah.
Or as they say, part 2. Picard.
We were kind of all over the place.
Kills.
Picard.
No, we weren't.
What?
We were
Not
super
all over the
focused,
Oh, you're
as
right.
usual.
No,
You're right.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Rafi. Let's start off with Rafi.
We're just going to jump in.
We're just jumping in.
Da-da-da.
Hot or not?
I want her extremely hot, and I want her hair.
I needed a
She has
moment.
perfect hair.
She's okay.
Just like,
Perfect,
I don't know, maybe because
beautiful,
I'm like
spiral
an
curl
older
hair.
lesbian now.
Yeah.
Maybe I just needed a moment. Just like I needed a moment with 7 of 9 by myself.
Also, you needed a moment with Rafi as well.
By myself.
Alone time, special alone time.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, alone in your bunk.
Yeah.
How many
I thought she was great.
I know this isn't directly Rafi, but how many basement nerd boys do you think were upset that they shipped Rafi and 7?
Shipped them?
They're
What do you mean?
They're falling in love in the last
Right.
episode.
You mean in the
So
last...
anybody by shipped.
Well, that's what
at the very last season?
That's what they call it.
Wasn't
Didn't they
it?
do that in season 1? Wasn't there a
Season
connection?
Yeah,
three.
yeah, at the end of it.
Oh, that came later.
Season
No,
3.
No, at the end.
You
of
mean
season-
that 7's the captain and Rafi's the first
No,
officer?
No.
not ship literally.
Scissoring. The pre-scissor begins.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what are you talking
The
about?
pre-scissor is the end of episode 10 on season 1.
What is the scissor?
The pre-scissor. It's not the pre-space scissor.
Are we talking arts and crafts?
What are you talking
Yes.
about?
Origamis?
Yes, lots of the scissor.
There
paper-
wasn't no
paper
scissoring
cranes.
scene. I missed that.
Pre-scissoring. It was a prelude to later thus thine scissor.
There wasn't a scissor that happened.
Though it was pre-scissor.
Can you define scissor, please?
That's not.
And then they were holding hands.
Now I know why you got injured.
Okay,
No,
there was
seri-
not enough hookup.
look,
There was
I
one
will-
kiss. Give me a break, one kiss. I had
That's
to
all
like
it takes
do all
in
my own
space.
work with my own fantasies.
That's all it takes in space.
Well, that's kind of my main point was that, 7 obviously when she was introduced on Voyager,
Oh, because she was
She was
heterosexual.
the sex
She
symbol.
was cis.
Yeah.
there was the whole thing between her and Harry Kim. There was
Yeah.
a whole thing between her and Chakotay.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
clearly very hetero,
Right.
Yeah.
but also not super into it because it was like famous, like I can't remember how it went. I'll have to watch that episode again where she's like, oh, to Harry Kim, like, you mean intercourse?
Right.
Yes, we can do that.
Right.
I give no shits. Poke my thingy.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, And who doesn't love
it's
that
not quite
kind
a
of-
direct quote.
Who doesn't like that kind of
Poke
excitement?
my thingy. Wow.
It's a paraphrasing.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're
But
saying-
then-
she wasn't
and-
into it.
Yeah, years later, she's like, "Nah, men, not for me.
Okay.
I like the
Totally
Rafi." Or maybe
fair.
she goes both ways. Who knows? My point is, I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
It makes no difference whatsoever.
Yeah, sexuality is fluid.
I'm just wondering how many
How many?
internet rage posts were there on Reddit that, what do you mean Seven's a lesbian now?
Yeah,
She
no,
was
you're
out
right,
with the
you're
best
right,
friend."
you're
Those
right.
fans, absolutely.
Oh
Right.
yeah, no, I think I've seen some.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
I
on
was
the
just kinda
on the
curious.
Facebook groups. Yeah. No, people had a lot of opinions about it, and they should mind their own beeswax.
I think most male red-blooded male Star Trek fans would those two beauties, like with those two amazing women together. I mean, what's not to love about that? Right? I don't see it as a threat to sexuality.
I don't think it was even necessary for the story. They could have just not had them
That was
do
my
that, and it was
thing.
fine.
I think it
Well,
would have been
makes
better.
no
They should have
difference.
done it harder.
I think
There
they
should have been a
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ren wants a different
love
story.
scene.
Yeah, I think you should have
Obviously.
waited until next season. I think
Any
I
season,
think
just
it's-
just
it
more
felt-
than one like awkward kiss in season
It
2.
felt, but it felt performative because it felt like it was just one of these things they let. It was just that one scene, one quick scene.
Yeah, can you just give each other a kiss, please, and so we
It's
can move on?
something. It just otherwise
the
it's just-
fans?
yeah. For Ren,
Yeah, but I
and-
wanted
and-
more. They
and
did.
me,
They did do
for
one
us.
kiss. I'm saying in all 3 seasons of Picard, Rafi and Seven just have one lame
that's it
kiss.
the whole
Oh,
time.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
I wasn't paying that
Oh
close
yeah.
attention.
Oh, I
That's
was
not-
paying attention.
That's criminal.
There's no sex scene. There's no heavy make out. There's not even a passionate make out. It's just like this lame kiss, and then they're like not getting along like for most of it.
They were fighting for a lot. Yeah, they were.
The
unhappy
end of
with each
season
other.
1, they come together talking with just holding hands.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a
That's
cute
what I was
scene.
talking about.
Yeah,
that was
but
fine.
sure, they should have had more of that.
Okay, but there was no where did the beginning of that just seemed like it came out of nowhere. Where did the begin that you didn't see the longing glances that like how do lesbians do it like when you're
So there's
like,
a lot of talking involved.
yeah, see, I mean I didn't feel like there was
A lot of processing emotions.
right.
But they kind of had like
It was
that
just like-
one scene at the end of season 1.
That's it. I'm saying, but where did that come from? You didn't see any.
Yeah, they
like,
could have done some foreplay for
or
us.
just something.
some eye contact.
Show them having the
Yeah.
long conversations,
Or
You
just
know,
a
it would have
look.
been
unpacking their
Looking her
feelings,
up and down.
examine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, one bone. Throw us a bone of
Throw
some
us-
lust.
Yeah.
Just a
Give
little-
us some
2 seconds
chemistry.
of
I
some
thought the
lust.
lesbians didn't like that.
No, wait, what are you talking
The
about?
bone.
We don't like
Throwing-
passion?
Throwing the bone.
Maybe they don't, but I do.
Because I see what you did there. Throwing the bone. Ha!
That was a pee-pee
That's
joke.
lame
It
because
was lame.
lesbians have lots of things
That's
they
right.
Okay,
improvise
let's
with.
keep this family
We could do a
friendly-ish.
whole other episode of what.
You've already derailed
I
it.
did. But I will say, what could have worked better from a story standpoint to kind of glue all that together
Yeah.
is if they had established that Rafi and Seven had a past sometime in the last 10, 20 years.
Yes.
And that's how
Yes.
Picard knew Seven,
Yeah.
was because they had met during a past thing. Maybe Seven was part of Starfleet at that point. Maybe
they
she
were
wasn't
together
as
back
part of the
then and
Rangers.
They broke up because she
Yeah.
went off the rails. And
Some
got
kind of
addicted
connection
and
to-
Something.
Yeah, some kind of connection to tie the 3 together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that would kind of make the scene at the end make a little bit more sense because they're kind of rekindling a connection that maybe ended badly or
or
something
maybe
like
didn't fully develop.
that. Or maybe never fully developed. Maybe it was ships passing. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
classic.
anything.
Classic.
They could have done
Just-
some more
just a little,
story.
And it wouldn't have taken much screen time
Just
to
an
do
app-
that.
Just an appetizer. That's
Couple-
all I'm asking.
They just
Yeah.
threw this lesbian
Just
side plot in.
performative.
It's 2025.
Yeah.
We gotta have.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Right.
Again. Yeah.
represent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
so
next-
Rafi.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Rafi a little bit because we talked about her a little bit previously, but we kind of danced around it.
Okay.
Mostly what we talked about was me bitching about the vape pen, and then we kind of got into other things.
We talked about the fact that they
Oh, and trauma. There was some of
of her being vulnerable. Yeah. Emotionally messy.
Right. Addiction issues.
yeah. So okay, and this is probably more Star Trek universe than it is Rafi specifically.
Okay.
In a post-capitalist society with replicators and all that kind of stuff, right? It's been well established that they eliminated poverty on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
right? So why is Rafi living in a beat up
Yes.
trailer in the middle of the
Yes.
desert, acting like she's poor and angry at Picard, and has nothing while Picard has all these riches?
We've already talked about this in another episode. It's that Picard is there's still some semblance of, I wouldn't call it capitalism, but inherited wealth or prestige or power, even though it's a post-capitalist society. So that's why Picard's got the chateau, because he inherited it, and he's got a lot of political power and all that. Not political, but you know what I'm talking about.
I don't
Well,
know.
he does.
I
yeah.
think people.
Well,
that,
he used to until he went to
Yeah.
Starfleet that day, and he realized, oh, I don't have political power anymore.
But it's like you can collect shit. You can collect houses or spaceships or shit in the future and like be like, this is mine. You still can like have things.
yeah,
so
but I
maybe-
think there's also going to be people are still going to be allowed to drop out of society and not be part of it in some sort of a functional way that brings them
So she chose to go out,
right.
and she could have
Right. She
lived
could've-
anywhere else.
And she could have
done other things.
amassed
Right.
wealth, like like Ren was saying, and all these things, but she chose to
Blame-
reject all of that.
Yeah, and then blame Picard.
It's
for all the
unclear how
reasons why.
someone amassed wealth without it being inherited. But yes, I see what you're saying.
Well, certainly. Well, we did talk about how outside of the Federation, obviously, wealth is still a thing,
And
money is still a
capitalism's
thing,
still a
thing.
capitalism's still
Yeah.
a thing, right?
Yeah.
Right, the Ferengi are a great
Um,
example.
Star Trek
Yes,
as a universe is
totally.
kind of almost. It's actually kind of broken in that
Yeah.
regard, as far as like the utopian Earth, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. It doesn't really actually work that well. I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting, almost too much of a parallel to modern day of
Yeah.
of her. It's like, oh, they're not going to get, the audience isn't going to get the point unless Rafi's basically living like desert trash.
No, I thought actually her trailer seemed kind of nice. Cause it's
Yeah?
like, yeah, I mean, like she's got a replicator. She can make anything she wants.
And
It's
she
not
made
like
a shitty
trash.
trailer.
It's just like a trailer out in the desert.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Yeah.
live there.
Yeah.
What tows a future trailer park? Do they just like hook their trailers up to shuttles and like?
That is kind of interesting. Like, why a trailer and not some other
Or something that resembles a
or
trailer.
something? Yeah, just something.
Mobile
that
home.
Maybe it
looks-
was a mobile home that does fly around. Okay, we're going off.
We're
Who
going way
cares?
off. We're
I
going way
mean,
off.
Is it too much to
Okay.
ask?
Did we talk about Ichib?
No.
No.
just
Yeah.
briefly for a second.
Yeah,
And how
in
sad
the
it
other
was,
episode.
The dirty bastards.
Like why?
Why?
Why even
So
mention?
sad. He didn't even get a line. Did he get a line?
It wasn't even the same actor.
It wasn't.
Was it?
No. And so talk about shutting the door on potentially bringing back a character that
Yeah,
people
they-
actually,
they brought
audience
Hugh back.
actually
Maybe-
resonated with.
Maybe he didn't want to come back,
Or maybe.
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 and then they just had to write him out.
I think they just wrote him out.
Or maybe he changed so much during those years that he didn't resemble himself at all, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway because nobody would have recognized him. I mean, it could be.
I think those are all really lame reasons to just
Hugh didn't change.
bring up a character
Yeah.
just long enough to rip his eyeballs out, which is also very
It is
Oh,
weird.
And then, yeah, she talks about the organ jacker lady
Mm-hmm.
hmm
talks about how she the pieces she ripped off of him and out of him
Without
while
it.
he was awake.
Yeah.
and-
I had to close my
Uh,
eyes. That was like
pretty-
unnecessarily violent.
pretty brutal for Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's another one of those things that happens early on in the season that really sets the tone for saying, this ain't your daddy's Star Trek.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
The I mean, it does succinctly make the revenge plot clear as to why Seven behaves the way that she does, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's a story that should have been.
Yeah, because that was just
Stretched out.
like half a season 1 or something, or like
Yeah, it was like
three
or
quarters.
four scenes
I don't
to like
know.
establish why she's there and why she blows people up with phasers.
I guess it's to show that like Seven's not Starfleet. She's, Picard's gonna be like, no, revenge is bad, and she's like, okay, and then she goes and sneaks off and kills the lady,
Mm-hmm.
the Borg hunter, and then, yeah, it's like, I mean, but they should have done that a little bit harder if they're gonna do it.
I
you
feel
know?
like she should have done it while Picard was still standing there and been like, "What are you
Yeah.
gonna do about it?"
yeah,
So that
that would have been cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We need the 7 of
And
9
then-
spin-off.
and then
Yeah.
creates.
We need this in our lives.
yeah.
I agree.
I
think
agree.
I think that
Jerry
should be a
That's
Ryan,
thing.
sick.
just totally.
Well,
Some
that's
good writers.
the problem is at the end of her story arc within the series of Picard across all the seasons, she's basically right back in Starfleet.
Yeah, totally.
And so
I
you don't
mean-
really get. You're not going to get.
No, she's still not playing by the rules.
Unless they
Yeah.
go back in time,
So,
we're not going to
okay.
get what
I don't think you're.
we're not
Perfect
going to get
example.
Renegade 7.
What is the sexy Romulan sister's name again?
Narissa.
Narissa. Okay, so I got off track earlier. They were fighting right at the end of the show, right?
Mhm.
Season 10.
Mm.
They're beating each other's ass.
Episode 10. Yeah.
Narissa's insulting her in her British Romulan, and Seven's insulting her back, and then
She's like, your mother smells of elderberries.
Yeah.
And as they're having their little back and forth insult fest, she's all like, you don't even know. Narissa's like, you don't even know what you're talking about, and she's like, ha ha ha, I am, because I get to do this, and then she just like throws her into some void that like a certain
Into the Borg cube.
Or so, I don't know where she just you got the impression that it was a very deep.
In the Borg cube.
Is it the Borg cube?
Yeah.
And she's all,
Yeah, she's like, hasta la vista.
hasta la vista.
This
Yeah.
is Sparta.
For
Doesn't
logic.
she kick her? Like, doesn't
Yeah,
she
just
kicks her
she
down
just
the
punts.
hole?
She just punts her into the
Anakin, I have the high ground.
into the void. Yeah,
I was okay
Yeah.
with
I don't know. Because for the Romulan witch chick, she had set herself up as being such a badass, and it was just such a short fight for me. I needed more. I needed more girl fight. That's all I'm saying. I
With
needed
mud.
more-
Yeah,
No.
or Jello.
Jello.
Can we talk about
Jello.
the Borg cube a little bit?
it. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, they spent a lot of money on that.
they did, and there are
It's
there are
so
some
cool.
scenes where
So
the Borg
cool.
cube, like especially in the wide shots, they kind of made the Borg cube look like a Borg cube.
Yeah.
But then in like the hallways and stuff, the Borg cube looked nothing like a Borg cube.
No, they like remodeled it.
Well, I
They added
understand
on
like
to it,
I
thought,
understand
right?
remodeling in like offices and like living quarters and all that kind of stuff inside the Borg cube. But when they're walking around the other parts that are clearly just Borg cube spaces, it doesn't look
I
like.
know
Borg
they had
cube.
to redo it, Chris. They had a whole crew that came in. They can't have it look just like a Borg cube. It's traumatizing, so they had to clean it up, take a lot of the
I thought
junk
they
out of
added
there.
onto it. I thought they
They
added on to it. And so
Well,
the
you're saying the
non-Borg-
corridors, the hallways look too clean to be like a Borg ship with all the pipes
I'm
and the
talking about
steam and everything.
even when Elnor and Hugh are wandering around and they're getting chased by
Yeah,
Narissa and henchmen, right?
Yeah.
And he's like lobbing all their heads off and whatever. The Borg cube spaces that wasn't like the living spaces where all the other where things have been remodeled, clearly like created
Yeah.
and remodeled or whatever. It looked more like it was. I mean, it was definitely alien-ish, but it didn't look Borg. Because it was all like different geometric
know.
shapes and.
But I just thought they remodeled it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
Well, they had to.
It was clearly.
That's
Borg.
part of the whole thing because
They
it's
didn't
like
do the whole cube.
they had to do the whole cube.
No,
because it's
no,
like,
they were just
if
working
we're
on one
gonna-
section at a time.
If we're gonna turn this into basically a hospital, psychiatric, and whatever,
It was kind of dark and
then
gloomy
we've
for a
got to
hospital.
make this look a little better. They had a
No.
crew come in.
No,
For parts of it,
they
sure.
added on to it, but they were only working on one section of the cube at a time. So that's why there were still so many sections and thousands of potentially of those biospheres with Borg in them.
So what you're saying is that the Borg themselves made like a more aesthetically pleasing cube. That's what they're
I
inferring.
don't know that it was aesthetically
or they ran
pleasing,
out of
but
money.
But that's what they're inferring is what you're saying.
Or they ran out of
no.
money.
What I'm saying is they from a design perspective unnecessarily changed the aesthetic of everything that makes up Borg. Like
I know, but what I'm saying
I'll
is,
give a specific
But
example.
what I'm saying is if they're saying it's changed, or if they changed it, then it means that the Borg changed it.
Well, they never said that they changed it.
I
They
know.
just showed it.
I know.
I'll give an example. Like one of the things that annoys me about the show is like everything's floaty hologram things. That's how you fly the ship. That's how you blah blah blah. It's annoying.
Oh, like the screens that come out
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Okay. So let's say that future Earth ship, Rios' ship, whatever that ship is called, It has all
La
of that.
Serena.
Yeah, it has all of that because it's future.
So which one of these, like, what are you talking
It's
about?
future.
We gotta come back to that. Hold on.
It's future Earthship. It's got all these things. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So when Seven and Elnor are going to, they go to the secret chamber that nobody knows that it's there. So nobody's
where the Borg Queen used to be.
nobody's remodeled it, right?
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that room looked nothing like any of the other times, 3 or 4 times that they've shown Queen's chambers and different Borg cubes.
Yeah, I know.
It looked nothing. And when she pulled up the computer to do
Yeah.
the computery things, it was floaty holograms, just like on the
What
fancy
I'm
Earth ship.
saying is that
And it looked nothing
I know,
like
I get it.
anything that it, and especially because it's an old
So
Borg
they
cube.
must be insinuating,
It's not insinuating. They just changed it for the sake of changing it.
because you're saying it's an old Borg cube. How do you know it's an old Borg
Because
cube?
it's a relic. They call it the relic,
The artifact.
the artifact or whatever. Yeah, they've been dealing with it for years. It's in the Borg. We've seen the Borg countless times, right?
Yeah.
They look a certain way. The ship looks a certain way. It's got the round circle with the things and the tubes and the hoses and buttons and switches
They
and all
can't.
this kind of
I
stuff.
know, but they're like, you know what? It's 2020, whatever 3. We can't just go to Home Depot and get a bunch of hoses anymore to do this. We got to step
Like
it
the
up.
price think of the supply chain.
We'll use After Effects instead.
Uh,
and it was worse. I'm saying
That's
it was
Maybe
worse.
They
there
ran
is
out
a
of money. They
section
ran out
of
of
the
money.
Borg that were just a little more inclined to make things more aesthetically pleasing.
No.
I say all
It
those
goes like-
all those brightly lit sterile spaces were added on. They were think of it as like a barnacle. They added barnacles that clung on to the Borg cube itself.
Well, they probably built
and
it
those
inside.
were the hospital spaces and the science research spaces, and they had a mental health, unit, and right. I think all those.
I get all that.
All those were off to me. I think they're all off the board.
No, it's inside the cube, but I agree that they built it. They built all of
Separate
that
from-
Yeah,
separate
yeah.
from
That I have no problem with.
You're talking about the old, the spaces that they said were not changed,
Yeah.
that nobody had been, don't look. The Borg cube doesn't look like the Borg
I see.
cube
Yeah.
anywhere
Yeah.
else.
Okay.
The one
Yeah.
scene that got it right was the scene where Picard is there, and there's the rows of all the drone things, and he almost falls off the ledge, and they save him, and that's when he meets Hugh. That scene they got right
From the very beginning.
from the aesthetic part of it.
Interesting, yeah. All right, well, fair.
But a lot of the other scenes, it's just generic green geometric shapes that they're bouncing on so that they can do their battle. And
But I think
it doesn't
that-
look Borgish.
I get that, but I also think for me it worked because not thinking about any of that, how it doesn't match. I think that it kind of gives you this vibe that they're on a Borg cube, but it's different. It's like they're rehabbing people. This is a different project, which is really interesting. A really interesting concept,
Yeah, I agree. I like that concept.
But I think that the aesthetic of that kind of works. It's a more minimalist Borg thing going on, a cleaner.
Yeah, in the areas that they've reworked and taken over and done things.
Yeah.
With. Plus, I mean, you could say also the Borg cube is huge, and there's all kinds of things that we never saw on screen, and blah blah blah. I mean, you could argue it that way
true.
too.
Well, I think what I'm understanding what you're saying is that the old interior. Think about all the other Star Trek episodes with the Borg
In the
in
movies
them,
and
there was an organic component to the corridors and pathways. It was just all with all these bright bubbly and skin and
Like a beehive.
nerves and it was
Yeah.
there was a lot of biological
Yeah.
just
and everything was
just-
tight and
yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
And obviously this you didn't have
Sure.
didn't have a
But it
lot
could
of.
be budget too.
Well, yeah,
They're
this show
like,
had a
yeah.
bigger budget, so they wanted to
Pick your- yeah.
expand on it and do. I just
Yeah,
don't
pick your
agree with
poison.
their design choices. I mentioned it already, but I don't like the constant floaty hologram touching the air. Every computer screen
No, I
is
don't
now
like that
floating in
either.
the air.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, even how they fly
don't
the
like it.
ship, they have that at the very end where Picard sits down at the helm, and he starts to do the do 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 do, and he's like, I actually don't know how to do this,
Mm-hmm.
and then Commander Rio or whatever, will you take us out? It's like, do we really need to see Picard playing with the air and then realizing, oh, robot Picard doesn't actually know how to fly anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's,
don't
it's
know.
it's a cute touch, I suppose. But I guess what do you do? What do you do when that breaks?
And what breaks?
When the technology breaks, maybe
Yeah.
there's a backup or
You
something.
get
You get
the
tow
ship
truck.
gets shot and the hologram projectors go down.
right.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's
What
got to be a
happens?
there's got to be a hardware backup
Like,
somewhere.
what do you do?
And then you have to have the knowledge to use it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he didn't pick up anything in all those years, like how to what push the go button. Just saying.
Why does every fight in Star Trek now look like Star Wars?
How so?
That no one has
Elnor.
phasers aren't phasers anymore.
Yeah,
Everything is a blaster.
yeah.
And I've mentioned this.
Didn't Elnor have a sword as well?
Yeah, he did, and he was cutting heads off, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the things. Which okay, fine. The
And,
Klingons
yeah.
fought with swords and stuff all the time too. That's whatever. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, but it is a
But like all the weapons,
Discovery too. Everything makes a noise every time you move it.
well,
you know.
yeah, there's that. But
Mm.
then it's
I
just like rapid machine gun blaster
Because
fire.
we all have ADHD on some level. We need to see things fast and cool, and we need everyone to
Keep us
be
entertained.
super skilled in martial arts,
Yeah.
and the women kick ass
Yeah,
just as
look
much
good
as the
and to
men.
Look good in leather. And
Yeah,
tight
we just
things.
need faster cuts. We need
Short
we need
attention span theater.
yeah.
Man. That's where it's at.
yeah.
Short attention
Okay,
span
I'm in.
theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of fights, one thing that we didn't really talk much about, we could talk about the mentioned, the finale
Mm.
where they're on the season, right? Everything culminates.
They're on planet Synth.
They're on planet
Yeah,
Synth,
synth.
and the Borg cube has crashed.
Yeah.
And somehow, of course, Seven and Elnor, totally fine. I think Seven was
course.
injured or something. One of them was injured or something. I want to say, but there were whole lot of other people on the Borg cube,
Mm.
like even the other Romulans and stuff. They're not. They're just kind of they're gone.
Well, they're repairing the ship or something.
But Seven and
You don't ever
Elnor,
see anybody. Yeah, you only
They're-
see the
they're
two.
okay.
It's implied that
yeah, they're okay.
They're
everybody
fine.
else died.
plot armor. It's
Yeah.
like
Well, you're
That's
just
a good
poking
point.
holes in everything.
That's where you-
it doesn't
That's
make
how
any
it's-
sense. Anyways,
Uh,
yeah.
so they're on planet Synth. They launched the orchids as a defense
Yeah.
array,
Oh my gosh,
That made
the orchids.
sense.
I'm so glad
That made
you brought
perfect
up the
sense.
orchids.
and then
Nine orchids.
how does it happen? The Romulans show up first,
Yes.
and they're like, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your orchids down."
Right.
Right?
'Cause they said
or was
they-
it that
didn't know
they
about the
show up
orchids.
first, they get swallowed by an orchid, sucked down, and then the Romulans come after that?
There was orchid sucking. Did I miss?
Yeah, this orchid.
Oh, that's
the
how they got
orchids
onto the
grab
planet?
the ships and suck them down, or something.
I don't remember exactly.
Made a lot of sense.
Yes,
Wait a
it makes
minute, the
perfect sense.
I must have blocked this out. The orchids were sucking in entire ships.
They're kind of a defense mechanism or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So you have a whole armada of Romulan
Yeah.
ships,
Mm.
which, if Romulus had already
Yeah,
an armada of ships,
that many ships. Yeah,
why did they have a humanitarian crisis?
it's a very good question.
I don't know.
I mean, they always did, right? The Romulan Empire, the Romulan Star Empire, actually canonically, is
Canonically,
bigger than the Federation. Thousands of planets.
Oh.
There's like maps that show kind
Wait,
of
in the Romulan Empire are other species other than Romulans?
yeah.
What?
they tell that they.
I don't remember. It's been I'm not that deep into the lore, but I just know that
Oh, they've conquered.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
or well, the Romulans aren't quite like the Klingons. I mean, some conquering
Or
probably
the
but-
Cardassians with the occupations.
yeah, probably some trade deals or whatever, right? But there's
Right.
they have an empire, right, that they've established.
I didn't know that.
And so then, when this planet blows up, Romulus, I think it actually was Romulus. There was a crisis on Romulus. It's like the Romulans have thousands of planets or hundreds of planets
Oh, this is news to me.
and and colonies and thousands of ships, right?
Yeah, why was this such a crisis?
Why was it always
yeah.
such a crisis?
Yeah.
Now, could they have said, nah, we don't really give a shit about these people because they're
But then address
because
that.
of some kind of prejudice or something
Yeah.
against this group of people, and so then it fell onto. But they didn't really do that.
No.
They said,
The Federation were the only ones that could save them.
right, and it had to be Picard. Well, he was kind of on that mission.
Well, he was
but
trying to convince the Federation to save them.
anyways, is a little bit wafer thin.
But yeah, it's a good point. If they had all those ships, why the fuck there wasn't enough room to like get everybody off the planet in more than one trip? I mean, you knew it was going to happen. That's wafer. I agree. Wafer theme.
What other?
So dozens, hundreds of Romulan ships all show up at the planet at the same time, which
at Planet Synth.
at Planet Synth.
Yeah.
Which the logistics of that. Never mind.
Yeah.
All the Romulan ships were just waiting. How did the warrior not what are they called again?
Zatvash.
Zadvash.
Secret organization of warrior witches somehow amassed an armada of ships
Who's this?
of the regular Romulan military.
Who did?
The secret, the Zatvash or whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, wouldn't they have those the highest military?
Yeah, they get the highest clearance.
Just like
The warrior nuns.
just
The
like
warrior
Section
nuns.
Of course they
31
do.
With all their stupid, the black drive and all that crap was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Okay. Fine. So
right.
they do that,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's the thing. It's like so many of these story moments, you're supposed to be like, yeah, I that's the thing that they
It's
did.
all happening so fast. You're just like, all right, okay.
Okay,
fine.
here they are.
All right,
Yeah.
Here they
all
are.
right, this
Yeah.
again. All right.
And then here
Picard
comes
gets a new body. Okay, great.
Yeah. Here comes Riker.
Right.
Shows
Oh
up.
yeah,
Right.
that came out of
Now,
nowhere
that was
seemingly.
the other thing.
Also with hundreds of ships.
Yep.
Yeah, that
He
came
just
out
happened
of nowhere.
to come out of retirement.
Yeah.
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 One last
No,
adventure.
actually, to be fair.
No. You're skipping something.
Okay.
Because Picard and Miss Murderface,
Girardi.
she starts talking about
Isn't that an ice cream flavor?
Miss Murderface?
Ghirardelli, I think is what you
I'm thinking of
Gelato.
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 Thinking of
Gelato.
gelato.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a yogurt place.
There's a
Or is
gelato
that a
place at
pudding?
the end of
I
my
don't know what
block.
that
I've
is.
been going like once a week. The dogs get their own.
Okay.
cone.
What do we skip?
What we're forgetting is in between those two things, between the Federation, Riker showing up with a whole fucking armada out of nowhere, and the Romulans also showing up with a whole armada out of nowhere. They were, before the Federation showed up, it was Picard and Agnes Murderface on the ship up above in orbit, and she started talking about, I don't know, it was some way that somebody in the past, a data or somebody had used to replicate a whole bunch of ships and make the enemy think that there was a whole armada there.
Yeah.
And then, they have this aha moment, and they decided, and he's like, go,
They made-
Agnes Murderface, go.
Didn't they make the Rio's ship look like many? Yeah.
Like
Oh,
many
right,
hundreds
right.
of ships. So
Right.
they faked the Romulans out.
They
So
did that
that
on
happened.
Voyager too.
That happened in between.
Yeah.
Before the Riker.
You guys
got
are good
there.
at remembering details.
Only because I just watched this earlier.
Well, I just watched it like a month ago. I don't remember shit.
I would forget a month from now.
It will all be. We can just start over our podcast like once every year.
We'll just do
It's
it
like
fresh.
the same thing.
The same-
You just like, welcome to
Welcome
episode
to
1.
episode 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that has some that established, right, as far as how
Yeah.
they do that sort of thing.
And
I
why? And
guess.
why were they? I was unclear about why Agnes Murderface and Picard were up in orbit and he was dying. Remember?
Weren't they going to face the Romulans or something?
Well, he was starting to die, and she was the one that was like, I don't know, providing medical stuff.
But she had come down to the synth planet, and he was held captive. Is that what you're
Right,
talking
so I don't
about?
know why they ended up back on the ship.
Did
No,
they?
somehow they
But
did.
he starts to die, and he's like, "Give me the stuff. What is that?
Oh.
What is
The
that?
juice.
Carousel White or whatever.
Ketracel.
Ketracel White? I don't think that was
Ketracel
it.
White. Yeah, give me the
That's
juice.
the
And
name of
she's
my
like,
metal
no,
band.
No, the juice is gonna kill you. And he's like, I want the juice.
What
And
juice? I don't remember any of
then
this.
so she juices him, and then he, it gives him one last hurrah to play Picard, the
Picard.
Picard, my peacemaker. And then that's when he. What? Wait.
But it still
Soji?
descends into a massive space battle between all these ships and the Orchids, and everything's getting blowed up, and
Yeah.
there's like hundreds of ships, firing and shooting and all this stuff.
Yeah, that definitely happens before.
And
Yeah.
then the space beam shoots up because there's always a blue. It's just like a Marvel movie. There's always a blue beam that shoots up into the sky
It
or
was
some shit.
it was to
Opens up the portal from the other
to,
dimension.
to transmit to
The
the
space worm.
the space
and the
worms.
creepy
Look like
tentacle things start to
But
come
there's
out.
supposed to be other
They're
artificial
like-
intelligence beings.
Are they?
They looked biological, like biological wormy.
They were like some
monsters to
kind
me.
of dominant overlords or something
they
from
did
another
not- they did not
realm
look
that we didn't want to
friendly.
let into our realm
They
or
were giant
something.
space
It
squids.
did not look friendly.
Because it was the tentacles that were coming out
Yeah.
to start with, right?
Yeah.
So
And
I
I-
got a little
ahead.
bit of a nitpick, gripe. So I think I mentioned last time that there were parts of the story that were kind of lifted, maybe not lifted, but resembled, we'll say, to be generous, Mass Effect, the video game
Yeah.
series. Okay, so the bad guys in Mass Effect, the Reapers as they're called, they are giant mechanical space squid
Yes.
monster things.
Dang, They just
Yes.
copied that.
Ooh, I have to binge watch Firefly.
They don't
again
come
one
through.
weekend.
They don't necessarily come through a dimensional portal. They
No.
actually travel, but
they're
still, I
so
mean that's the
terrifying.
design of them.
Mhm.
And they land on planets, blow things up. But
Oh wait, two different things.
it seemed kind of
Yeah.
weird that it's basically like Space Cthulhu, right? Coming through to
Well, they had to make it
Fulfill
look like
the prophecy
big, the
or
big
whatever.
bad-
Cthulhu.
Oh, the Elder God.
Mm-mm.
He's the Lovecraftian. Do you know H.P. Lovecraft?
The squid thing.
Squid monster,
the
tentacle
tentacles?
monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was the
Oh,
Elder
okay,
Gods.
okay,
So
okay, got it.
they came before time began,
Oh,
and they were part
Oh.
of the
in the Lovecraft
in
novels,
Lovecraftian. Yeah,
the tentacle
mythos.
squids were some kind of gods.
Elder gods, like
Yeah.
the first.
I never read
gods.
them.
Hmm.
I did go to the Lovecraft bar
That's totally the same
in
thing.
Portland.
Yeah,
So did we? Yeah.
we've been there.
I bet we've been there at the same time.
I remember when I first got to town in my North Face jacket with my
Mm.
brother and
Oh no.
my ex. We all had our North Face
Yeah.
jackets on. And that guy that you guys know, the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I felt like he was just looking at us like, you pieces of
Yeah,
shit, get
probably,
out of
yeah.
here.
The-
We're gonna go to the goth bar. Come on,
the-
guys.
the-
Yay. That's fun.
Yeah,
Um,
normies.
Normies.
so everything descends into a space battle, and then was it after or during the space battle that Picard does his speech and says, "Hey, everybody, stop shooting."
Well, so he starts to die, and Agnes Murderface gives him the juice, and she's like, it's gonna, you can't do it, and he's like, I know it's gonna hasten, but it's gonna hasten the inevitable, and I'm implying that he's going to die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like his brain.
What's the juice do? Is it
never
to kill him or to keep him alive?
Just some, adrenaline or who knows.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it
what
was
I'm
it a
thinking,
was
like
it a sugar-free Red Bull or
space
something?
Sugar-free Red Bull.
What flavor?
Oh, he boofed it.
What you guys gave me today?
He boofed it. Yeah.
I needed 2 space juices today.
Space juice in my ass.
B
Yeah.
vitamins.
I'm boofing over
I'm
here.
boofing over here. Yeah, some B vitamins in the B hole. Huh? Anyway.
So then everyone
I didn't
stops,
get that
Then
administration.
he gets ready for the speech. Yeah.
and then
Speechify.
they blow up the thing on the planet, right? The thing that's opening the portal, and then the aliens get
no,
sucked back out?
Soji stops it.
Yeah.
They're coming into our world, and that's what confused me. It looked like some of them made it over, and he's like gives the speech, and then it's everybody, the Romulans, the Federation, Picard, everybody's like,
okay.
oh, we'll just wait for you to make your decision whether
Right,
you're going to
right.
let the world enders come through or you're going to stop it and save humanity. We'll wait. It was so weird. I mean, why would the Romulans stop?
Why
right?
would they care what Riker or what Picard has to say?
Their like
Because-
sacred mission was to prevent this very moment from happening, and they're going to be like, they even say after she shuts it down,
Sir, the Romulans have stood down now too.
it's like, the fuck, that would not happen.
Well, once the threat is gone, the Romulans have no reason to keep fighting.
I'm just
I
saying,
guess.
if I've seen that premonition, that hell and fire's, damnation premonition,
I would destroy the planet. that the synths are on,
They all
because
need to, they all need
because
to
just
die.
because they chose to, I mean, from a tactical standpoint,
Exactly.
just because they had a change of heart
Sure.
and blew up the thing doesn't mean somebody couldn't build another one.
100%.
So
Or they're going to change their
they
mind.
they just, I mean, the prophecy was just proven to be true,
Yep.
as stupid as that sounds.
Yep.
So I'm gonna level the planet, make sure nothing can ever
Yep. Sorry,
do that
guys.
again.
Yeah.
I guess the whole okay, it was a vision or a prophecy.
Well, vision, I guess.
I guess with a vision, it just sounds a little mad to me to go off of a vision. It's like, where did this vision come from? And if it's one reality, who's to say that's not just like from a different dimension or something?
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing all this off of a vision? It's like we sound like we're like mental, for lack of a better
Well,
word.
and from the presumably fairly small group of secret ninja witches,
Yeah.
having control of the entire military when there's already the Tal Shiar, which is also another secret Romulan organ. There's probably a whole series of secret Romulan organizations, and they just kind of
Nobody
Yeah.
vie
cares.
for control. And so, like
Yeah.
the regular Roman military people, like captains and commanders or whatever that are on these ships, are like, who is it today? Is it the
Yeah.
is it the Tal Shiars, the Jat Vashes?
I like that.
don't
That's
even-
cool.
I don't even bloody know. Let's just go shoot stuff.
Well, I like that. I like that the Romulans are so crazy that like there's all these like really powerful sects, like SECTS,
Right.
that like
not Romulan orgies. That's different.
probably too, but
Yeah.
we don't need to know about that. If they can't even say the F word, they're not going to show Romulan orgies.
Right.
I mean, I guess they are.
They did say
They are dropping a few F bombs, but
I would watch a Romulan orgy.
It's probably
That's a
just all brothers and
different-
sisters.
Yeah. What did you say? It's all,
that's like
it's all brothers and
there
sisters.
is
What?
the Star Trek
It's not okay.
porn. We talked about that before.
Parody porn. No, we can do it. That's a
Sorry.
whole other episode.
Oh my gosh! To
It's a
do
whole
that, we'd have
other-
to watch it again.
Again.
I've never seen it.
For research purposes only.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
Clearly.
I don't do things
It's
like
pretty,
that.
It's pretty hot.
Okay, so then the finale happens. Whatever.
Then he dies.
But this leads to something that actually we haven't talked about at all.
Yeah.
Who was changing his diapers?
Right.
What?
No. Data.
Okay.
We haven't talked about Data.
Oh,
at
I
all.
thought he's just great.
That is
I loved
part of
it.
his death scene. Is data coming back?
So they have a
Not, but coming back
A-
in his brain.
In
a
his-
digital
in his brain.
construct, not a it's not a positronic matrix, right? But a digital construct in a regular computer.
Of his consciousness that
Of-
they
Yeah.
turned off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, somewhere.
Now, this is in the beginning of the season, isn't
Because
it?
when he asked to die at some point in the
Mhm.
past, and so they saved a copy of him.
Well, okay, so it's a copy.
Sure.
But after
I don't
since had
know.
already been outlawed too.
I don't know if it's a
forget it was-
copy
it
or
was
not.
The beginning of the season that this happened.
No.
Right?
No, it's at
the death part happens at the end. There's a couple of flashback scenes
Yeah.
ish that happen
He's in this-
earlier in the season that kind of
Okay.
Death of Data.
yeah.
the
So
end?
at the end, so when Picard is in, I think it's when Picard is in the chamber, getting synthified.
Getting a
No,
new
that
body?
doesn't show anything.
You mean getting
Yes,
a new body?
he has a whole conversation with Data. Remember?
yeah,
Data's,
and
like,
Data's
lying
in
on the
like
couch.
Data's in like a smoking
Yeah.
jacket,
Yeah,
and
or
like
something.
yeah,
Yeah. And he's like, "I'm really bored. Please kill me."
right.
Here's some dialogue of the existentialism.
Well, they're talking about him, but the fact that he loved Data but never said it, and
Yeah.
There was it was a little
What?
thick.
Wait, you don't like that?
no,
What? You don't like
they,
love?
We know they loved each other. It was just so like, oh come on.
Well,
like,
Picard has
just-
intimacy issues, and Data's a robot. So then the
Yeah.
two of them
No,
together.
He does have intimacy issues.
There's some
and
unsaid
I
things.
agree.
I think Data would be down for butt stuff.
I'm just saying, I get why Beverly Crusher dumped his ass.
Probably.
'cause-
I mean, he doesn't have
Right.
feelings about it, right?
No, he doesn't have feelings at
He's fully
all.
functional.
He doesn't.
And he's fully functional.
Yeah.
I mean, we're assuming. I mean, maybe they gave him an upgrade with the new shell.
He did get emotions during the movies. He got that
Yeah.
because there was the emotion
Was it during
chip.
the movies?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll have to revisit. I haven't watched those movies
Brent
since
Spiner
they
is
came
just oh my god.
There's a lot more to talk about with Data
Such a
in
great
season
actor.
3 with lore and
Don't
Data
even get me
and all
started.
that. We're not going to
Don't
get
even
on
get me
that.
started.
But
I'm
as far
so
as-
tired of Noonien Soong's family. So tired of it.
Nunyung. I'm
Nun-
going to get another
Nunyung.
cat and name it
Nunyung?
Nunyung.
Nunion. That
Well,
would
if
be-
you're-
that would-
if you're
that would be
tired-
funny. I should do it.
Nunyung.
Of the Soons,
It's just like it's like in Star Wars.
you're gonna love season 2.
The Skywalker family is the only family in the Star Wars universe. It's the same thing.
They're kind
And
of the chosen people in a sense. Like they're very innovative. You can't deny that.
Why can't
Can't.
there be other crazy mad scientists? I
Because then we
mean,
don't get
why-
Brent
why-
Spiner.
Oh, that's true.
And he's
That's
he
true.
actually is amazing.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
He's an
Yeah.
amazing
He is
actor.
amazing.
And that's-
He
and
is
that's-
amazing.
From a story standpoint, finding every series has done this, because he was in Enterprise. I don't think he was in Voyage. He might not have been in Voyager or DS9.
It was
I
an
don't remember.
Enterprise.
Yeah, he shows up in Enterprise.
When? I don't
Um,
remember that.
I don't remember that.
Because the whole thing with the oh shoot, what do they call them? The modified humans, basically the augments.
Mhm.
I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, that's right. Because
Brent Spiner was whatever one of
Okay.
one of the descendants of, or maybe it's the same guy, probably
Yeah.
descended of.
because Bashir, not Bashir. Yeah, Bashir was an augment too.
No, he wasn't an augment.
No, he was genetically
Genetically
modified.
Modified.
But
He's a real
I'm
person.
not talking about Deep Space Nine. I'm talking about Enterprise with Archer.
I get that. Sorry, I got Bashir in the wrong.
And so
it was
basically the idea was that the Khan wasn't the only
Oh.
outcast augments, right?
Oh, okay. I remember.
This was the
Yeah.
the crew of young augments, and he had raised them
okay.
But were they
yes.
from
were-
when they were
Yes,
children.
Were they?
Brent Spiner
They
did.
were augments. They weren't genetically engineered humans like Khan.
It's the same thing. That's what they called them, though, was augments.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they were augmented.
But yes,
humans.
they're the same thing.
Okay,
As-
so they're
as
not synthetic though, because Brent's
Correct.
Sung's thing is synthetics.
Well, some of Soon's line was
Right.
But that's
He
what
does both.
right. So
Okay.
the idea is in the crazy family tree,
yeah.
which where are all the wives and children?
Yeah,
Right?
seriously.
How
They
do all
don't have
these-
any.
But they have to. How do all these sons keep appearing
Yeah.
generation after generation doing
there's
all
the-
this weird robot shit?
The new one in
Uh,
Discovery, the security,
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, but also
security chick in Discovery too is also part of the Noonien Soong line,
security chick.
isn't she? Like the little bitty petite
Yes.
brunette.
Who?
Yeah, she's part of the family tree because she's
Mhm.
like, I'm tired of my legacy being associated with. And in
Who?
fact,
Which character is
The
this?
On,
Megalomaniacs, the security girl in Discovery.
Security.
Isn't she
No.
Security?
Discovery or Strange, New Worlds?
Oh, is it Strange New World?
Strange New Worlds, yeah.
Okay.
You mean
And
the
I-
girl with the ponytail?
And again, I think
Is
you're
that what
getting
you
him.
mean?
Does she have a ponytail?
Man, we should do our homework.
She's very good. She's very attractive.
We don't
She's
know
a
what
great
the-
actress, but it's all again. It's the same.
But I think
Same damn
she's a
family.
descendant.
I hope you guys
of-
know what we're talking about because we don't.
I think it's a descendant of Khan, not of Brent. So you're getting the Soons and the Sings mixed up again.
It's kind of, isn't it the same? Like
The Soongs and the
ultimately the
Sings.
same family because they
No.
all what?
No,
Really?
they're different. They're different.
There's the Soon and
It's
Sing.
really Sungs and Sings.
Yes.
This could
I
this be
always
more
assumed- I
convoluted?
always thought they were all the same.
They're not the
Eventually, at
same.
some point before they became Soons and Sings, that they were all.
They're not the same.
Can I have one more thing? Is that Suki, what's her name?
Soji.
Soji. Brent Spiner plays her creepy dad, and then she like discovers. Is that season one?
That's season 2.
Yeah, we don't
God damn
no
it.
Spoilers.
Well, okay,
No.
Brent Spiner, whatever, fine,
Back to
he's
it.
back.
He has to play a megalomaniac.
He plays another
Well, okay,
role of
so
himself.
That was my point. Is like they because he's awesome. Many series have tried to find ways to pull him in
Yeah.
as a guest actor.
Yeah,
And they keep tweaking the story and making it more complex and convoluted
Yeah.
and nonsensical
yeah,
just to find a way to get
Sure.
him into a part to have him be
sure.
a little bit of a villain.
Which I
'cause
don't,
he's-
I
'cause he's
don't
so good.
mind it, but I don't. I mean, clearly, I don't understand. I don't
it doesn't
understand
make any
it.
sense. It's one of those things that doesn't make any sense, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
Sure, he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's amazing.
We'll take him any way we can get him.
For real.
Yeah, but I
So-
also think from as far as going back to just Data as a character, Data already had a really strong send off with Nemesis. I know people kind of hate that movie.
I think it was one of the great, my favorite one of the new ones.
I haven't seen it in a very since
Oh,
my
no,
goth
it's not-
girlfriend
it's
since
not-
my goth
My
girlfriend
goth
showed me 25 years ago.
girlfriend. We need to
I
write a
haven't seen
little-
it in a long time either.
No, it was, and I called it since the new ones, best of the new ones, but it's not even the new one anymore.
Sorry, I didn't say ex. She's my ex. My ex goth girlfriend.
ex-goth girlfriend. We need to write a song.
If you are a goth girl and you would like to get to know Ren,
And become my
She's
ex
looking-
one day.
she's looking for a new.
She's looking for a future
A new
Someone I could write a song about.
Yeah. What's your Insta?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
Ren
so-
dot Andromeda.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Should have known.
Anyways, so that like this whole other connection, I don't know. I felt like they laid it on a little bit thick at times. Not a huge deal, and also just from I mean, you do kind of have to pretend, because like obviously Data, it's one thing when there's a human, this family descendant and blah blah blah, and he can look the way he looks, he can be old or whatever. But when
Oh.
it's Data, it's like ooh,
Well, they programmed him to be old, which is
Data
is that
got
what you're saying?
Data got a little round.
They had
you
to.
doing-
They
No,
had to
no.
write that in, because otherwise, what are they
going
gonna do?
Fat shaming Data right now?
A little bit.
Commander Too Far?
I know, a little bit.
Wow.
But I mean, it is what it is, and they
Wow.
still, and the performance was still. I mean, again, it's
Brent Spiner.
it's just the reality of humans playing.
Yeah.
It's the reality of having to bring back old actors.
It'd be like, yeah, exactly.
Old balls
He's-
ass
It's one
actors.
thing. Well, like it's like when people play vampires, right?
Okay, but like that's also touching on your point, right? Because it's like Data wanted to experience really being human and what human was, which means you grow old, so that's programmed in, and you die. He wanted to die,
Yeah. the
so
whole
he wanted to be
cycle.
turned off
Yeah.
for some
Well,
reason.
and in the construct that where they were having that conversation, there was no physical body, there wasn't a physical manifestation, so he can manifest as anything that he wants to,
Yeah.
and that's how he chose to. And I don't have much of a problem with that.
So here's a question: If the newest generation of his, we'll just use the word descendants, right, is all the beings on planet Synth, which started out, which were created and grown in a laboratory from one positronic molecule particle of Data,
is dumb.
does Data retain any subdimensional awareness? Because if one positron we're saying in this universe equals the sum of Data in that one molecule,
Not only the sum of- yeah.
that would infer that
Yeah.
he was also alive, continuing to be alive
Sure.
and aware, so that maybe that's why he was asking to die, because he doesn't get to die because now he's alive in all of these other.
It was just like
But that's
just
that
like
everything-
organics.
Everything that Picard is interfacing with, though, is a computer replicated or a computer. I think a computer simulation of Data, because it's not a positronic matrix.
Well, that's what they were saying. How they created
Right?
the other ones.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't
Yeah.
even know. I don't fucking know.
Well,
Yeah,
they plugged his consciousness back in. It turns on. Now Data's like, "Hey, you brought me back from the
It's
dead,
like, yeah, plug and play.
right?"
Well,
Yes.
it was in his brain.
Oh.
I don't think he was real. I think that was just still part of the dying process that Picard was experiencing, because you don't see Data on Planet of the Synths.
No, not walking around.
No, but they plug him in, and then Picard goes.
There's that
and
whole. Do you not
interacts
remember?
with
Did you
him.
block it out?
It just
There's a
launched
whole
it.
huge
smoking
scene.
or something.
Yeah,
or
well,
he's
they
in a
were
smoking
talking.
jacket.
Yeah.
He's talking about they love you, they love each other, and
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But that
Precious.
was in Picard's mind.
Was
While
it?
he's in the,
Was it in his mind?
No, it was in. It was.
Yes.
I mean, Picard's mind was involved, but it was part of that whole
Oh, wait.
synth computer thing.
yeah.
That
Like
had
he's
Data
actually
in it.
interacting
I
with
know, I-
Data's consciousness or a copy of his
I
consciousness.
think Data was a guide in his dying
Sure,
dying
yeah.
Oh, maybe.
process.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That could be.
But they physically made the choice. They made a whole deal when Picard woke up, right? Didn't they make a whole deal out of like we got to flip the switch, we got to turn Data
No,
off?
no.
Oh,
Isn't that
mm.
wasn't that a
I
thing?
don't know.
No.
Are you sure?
I just watched it earlier.
Shell
Okay.
says no.
We'll
All
double,
right.
we'll double check, and if I'm wrong, you can flog me.
You can write it or
Come
flog
on.
Shell.
What's a girl got to do?
You
to
can't
get
handle any more injuries right
Oh,
now.
I got a left hand.
Write us
Girl.
at bgn.trekpod@gmail.com.
All right. Do we have anything else for this?
We do have one more thing.
Okay, one more thing.
All right. So Dr. Soong, generation whatever on Planet of the Synths, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He alone engineered this convoluted ass plan, right? Sending Soji and her sister, because that they were the second attempt. Beautiful Flower and company and the wife, whatever the wife's name was. That was the first couple of synths that he sent off world
Okay.
to try to accomplish his fiendish plan. They died at the hands of Rios' captain.
What was the fiendish plan?
I'm not really sure, but
Who's Beautiful Flower?
Remember Rios talking about his
Oh,
captain murdering?
right.
And then he saw, when he saw Soji for the first time, it was like
Yeah.
he was seeing a ghost because
Because they looked identical.
Beautiful
or
Flower's
whatever.
wife looked just like her, the gold version of her, like the ones on Planet Synth.
Oh, that's right. There were some that were gold, like
I'm
had
not sure
data
there was-
skin, and
Yeah,
then there were some that had
did,
regular skin.
some that didn't. Okay,
Okay.
That's right.
so okay. Oh, it's so convoluted.
Tilt.
All right. So the whole season began with the two twin sisters leaving Planet Synth, being sent on a mission that they weren't aware that they were on, that he started them on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then back on Planet Synth, right? The whole time he's the wizard behind the curtain, right? As these things are unfolding, so he engineered everything supposedly to bring to bring her back, bring Picard, open the gate, bring the world destroyers in. That was all engineered by him, right?
Okay.
But at the end, when everybody else, well, I guess we're not gonna. The synths are cool, right? Yeah, he just goes, well, I
guess I'll make
I've
more.
spent the last 60 years trying to my fiendish plan. I'm 3D chess. I'm balls deep in this thing. But sure,
We're changing
let's
directions.
let's all be friends now.
Let's change directions
let's
now.
make a body for Picard. Woo! It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know.
You got to go with the flow.
Not sure what happened there.
You can't
Just
just-
thought that was a lot. I'd be mad, right? I mean, if you spent all that time trying to right?
But my blue space laser
Exactly.
bringing the Cthulhu monsters. It was great.
Exactly. It's
I
my
mean, was
finest
60
work.
years, you said?
I was just pulling. I don't know
I
how
mean-
long ago. But obviously not, because Rios is still young. So whenever
Well,
he,
and
his captain
Soji,
murdered,
Soji and her sister, well, whatever version they were
probably
only
late
3
20s.
years old.
True.
Yeah, or early
Right, so
20s.
maybe it wasn't 60 years.
No,
I was just pulling that out of my starfish. I don't really know how much time went by.
space starfish.
It was space starfish. It was.
Well-
I'm just saying.
well,
it
he
was it was
changed-
years and years had gone by.
He changed directions.
At the very last,
Because Picard came and they
Picard,
talked sense into everybody, and it
You
all just
know,
went a different way. The wind
everybody's
blowed
like,
a different way.
"Oh."
Hmm.
And also,
Aw.
didn't Dr. Soong killed somebody for killing one of his daughters? The hot one with the gold, the other hot one with the gold,
Which hot one?
with the bright green
So
eyes
many
and the
hot
gold skin
ones.
and the long brown hair.
Probably.
She got killed and she gouged out her own eye or something.
As one does.
As one does. I don't know if that was after she did the mind meld and saw the admonition.
I think I rolled so hard during that episode.
That your
I
eye
think I
came
s-
out.
I think I passed out for a while.
I
'cause there's
saw your
a lot of
eyeballs
this.
During
rolling
which
onto the
one?
floor.
During which one?
This episode you're describing, the finale.
Oh, you were just like,
Yeah, there's a lot of this I really don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. I was just, I felt like I was going through a catapult.
So then,
Catapulting
Okay.
through space
So-
and time.
in conclusion,
space whiplash.
Yep.
Star Trek Picard season 1.
Yeah.
Loved it. After all that.
Yeah, hated it less.
Liked season
Still
2
don't
better,
like-
but I liked it a
still-
lot.
Yeah, still don't like it, but I hated it.
Yeah, there were some stupid parts as we discussed.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was all right.
enough that we were
pretty good.
We were willing to submit ourselves to the potentiality, the unknown potential of season 2. So
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
we're fans. We got to get through it.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
we'll get through
You
it.
gotta power through even when you don't
Yeah.
like it because it's
That's
Star
right.
Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's them's the rules.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think that does it
That's
then.
it. That's a wrap. That wraps
That's
it
it.
up.
That's a
Yeah.
wrap. Bye.
Bye. Anything else?
Oh.
Is that
Oh,
it?
the balls, Commander
Oh.
Too Far's and my
Javich.
Commander.
Why do you keep demoting me?
What?
I'm clearly Captain Too Far.
Commander is way over Captain.
You got demoted. You
No,
said
it's
you
not.
got
Yes, it
demoted.
I
is.
know. I got
Commander is over
She
Captain.
demoted you to
No,
an
it's not.
ensign.
Look it up.
She
I
brought
don't
you
need to
down.
look it up. I know.
She brought you down to an ensign.
No,
Yeah.
Ensign.
Ensign. Call my parents. I'm scared to go down on the planet with Kirk.
Ensign, call my.
Wait, so what are you saying? You were captain,
Mm-hmm.
and then you
She-
got
okay.
demoted.
She thinks
Yeah.
Commander.
What is
Yeah.
a higher rank, Captain or Commander?
Lieutenant
Star Trek.
Commander.
Yep.
Lieutenant Commander.
That's under Commander.
Oh no! In Star Trek, Star Wars, and other science fiction universes, the rank of captain is usually higher than commander. All right, I stand corrected.
Why wouldn't you just trust me?
Sometimes I gotta see things for myself.
Look at this dumb nerdy face.
Yeah, would it let you down?
I know
Uh-huh.
things. Really dumb things. I
Yeah.
know a lot of dumb shit.
I know a lot of dumb shit too, and luckily it's not the same.
You guys should fight
dumb shit.
over this. How many dumb things you know?
You never believe me.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
What is your
Stubborn.
grievance? What are you saying? You're
'Cause I keep
captain,
demoting
and then
him,
you
'cause I
said.
She keeps calling me
him
commander.
But you said you were a commander.
No, he's
Once.
captain.
And then I
Yeah.
I told a whole story.
Did you
about how
say that you got back up again?
I did.
Yeah. he
Yeah.
did.
Well,
Remember
it's been so long. I mean,
Remember it was an HR incident?
Oh, that's
but
right.
we
The
knew
au-
there.
the
But I
awkward
didn't. Okay,
HR
I knew you
incident?
got bumped down. I didn't know you got bumped back up.
Yeah.
I was cleared of all charges.
No, we didn't
I
get
think
that.
we
I
should
don't
keep
think we
this
get
into
fired.
the podcast.
Yeah, for the
This
B-
needs to go in.
This
B-roll.
is there's some deep
B-roll.
This
Hold
is
it
like,
going.
yeah,
deep
Bully.
BGN lore.
yeah,
Biggin.
yeah.
Begin.
I mean,
Biggin?
okay. Now, thanks everybody.
Oh wait.
We're gonna
Are we
keep
saying
that
are we
that
saying
other
goodbye
goodbye.
again?
It's not the
This is the
real
real
goodbye.
goodbye.
No.
This
Okay,
is the real
bye.
bye.
Hopefully, when we return, this fucking thing will be gone.
What are
Yeah.
we
Don't-
talking about next time?
Oh yeah, what are we talking about next?
Yeah, we'll figure out that
Oh
later.
no, we gotta. I mean, are we gonna give Picard a break and branch off?
Or
in
just
some
do
other
season
weird
2?
Squirrel direction. Or
No, I think we need a break.
All right.
Yeah.
Season 1 is that hurts.
too painful. Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
know.
Let's
I
go eat
guess we have to
tacos and then we
wait.
can discuss what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Space
Tacos.
tacos. Space
Bye.
tacos.